back at Dread Pirates Robert Raceway. John Roberts, welcome back.
Thank you.
John's going to show us a couple of cars that he built, because these liveries are real liveries, but they're not available from Fly or SlotIt or any other manufacturer like that. So these are actually modeled by John, and John's going to explain them to us.
Back in the early 80s, the go-to Formula One magazine was Grand Prix International. They did several special editions dealing with sports cars in Le Mans. And in addition to that, they sponsored in the 1983 Le Mans 24 Hours the Kremer CK5 Group C car. This was at the beginning of Group C, and the 956s were not available to customers yet. So Kremer and I believe Jost took 936 chassis and put fully enclosed bodywork on them and entered the race. This particular car finished 40th. It had a clutch failure, but it's always been near to my heart. I think you can't go wrong with what the Kremer's bodywork and what they did. Obviously, if you know, the K3s were the go-to car in IMSA and international racing in general, but I really loved the CK5. Basically, the original car was stripped. This was the black Martini car, which was a bogus livery. So it was stripped down, primed and painted white, and the red was then added. The blue is decal, the blue stripe is decal, and then all the Grand Prix International markings went on it. It was a fun car to build. I haven't tuned mine to the level that it needs to be competitive, and in our particular group, 3D chassis haven't been allowed in our Group C, so I'm lobbying for that option. But this is essentially set up just like a SlotIt Group C car. The other one of the Grand Prix International livery was the Longtail 956. This car ran at Silverstone in 1983. The attraction to this was that it was driven by Formula One World Champion Alan Jones. Again, same thing, car was stripped down, painted white, red added, and then the decals accordingly. Two of really my favorite liveries on slot cars.
It's a very striking livery. It reminds me a little bit of the Marlboro livery, but just a little bit different flavor to it. You've got the nice bright red, bright white, and it just stands out amazingly well on the track.
Oh, I think so. And I think if you notice in the video together, that looked like a candy cane as they ran around the track. Yeah, it was interesting markings. I mean, the graphics are what attracted me to it to some extent. As I say, one is who drove it. The other one is just that it's a historic car. It was an attempt to enter Group C without the full ground effects Porsche 956 underpinnings. Porsche powered, but not the same motor, different layout. These are two of my favorites, that's why I pulled them out. They were something I wanted, something I looked for a long time. When Fly announced the Kremer CK5, in their listing of cars they were going to build, they listed this one, but it never got completed. And as my search continued, I finally found the decals, and the rest is history.
If you were to fathom a guess, just right off the top of your head, how many Porsche slot cars do you have?
I would guess that in Porsche alone, I probably have in excess of 300, a guess. And I would guess that in slot cars altogether, I may have close to 500 right now.
Do you enjoy modeling them just as much as racing them, or more?
I think I enjoy the modeling side of it more. My background has been as a model builder, model maker, if you will. And so that's my primary hobby and function. When I bring that to here, I want the car to look as good as one of my models. We have a joke in the club that, you know, mine always look good, model quality, and they refer to the ones that the other guys have done as slot car quality. The paint may not be as shiny or a little orange peeled or whatever that they've done, and mine usually turn out pretty well. So there's a lot of requests and discussion for me to do this or to do that, do something for someone else, and I've done quite a few slot cars for my club members. But
is there a Porsche or any other car that is next on your radar?
Yeah, the 919. or I mean the 918, the Le Mans car. No one has really done that yet. I have a 3D printed body, which is sitting in the box because I haven't had the patience or the desire to deal with the striations in the 3D printing. I do understand that apparently SRC, who has just come out with the Toyota LMP car, or Le Mans car, is in the process of designing and developing the Porsche also. So I'm waiting patiently for them to come out with that model and pick it up for my collection.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.